Today, I'm gonna show you how did MBS acquire all his wealth. Prince Mohammed bin Salman was a teenager when he realized his father, Prince Salman bin Abdulaziz, was, by Saudi royal standards, a pauper, while other sons of Saudi Arabia's founder grew wealthy from government business. Salman, then the governor of this capital city, supported his family with handouts from his brother, the king. Mohammed decided to change that, he later told associates. Nearly 2 decades later, Salman is king, and Mohammed bin Salman, known as MBS, is the crown prince who says he wants to crack down on corruption and remake the Saudi economy along more modern lines. Prince Mohammed is also fantastically wealthy. In recent years, he has acquired one of the largest yachts, a French palace, and a $450 million Leonardo da Vinci painting that was later donated to the United Arab Emirates. How the prince amassed his wealth exemplifies ways that the autocratic kingdom, essentially a family business, continues to intermingle commercial ventures and Saudi government connections to a degree far from Western norms. While it's been long known the Saudi royal family keeps a share of the nation's oil income, other business dealings involving the family's dominant branch have been held more closely. Among the connections, Prince Mohammed is managing director and 20% owner of a chemical producer that supplies large, state-controlled firms, Saudi corporate filings showed as recently as last year. A company majority owned by 2 of the crown prince's younger brothers was awarded a coveted broadband license from the government, Saudi records showed. Additionally, in 2015, Prince Mohammed helped engineer a multi-billion-dollar deal between European plane giant Airbus SE and Saudi Arabia's state-owned Saudi Airlines, according to documents reviewed by the Wall Street Journal and interviews with more than a dozen people involved in the transaction. The deal is worth tens of millions of dollars to his family, the documents show. The story of the Airbus deal suggests this mixing of business and government remains a staple of the Saudi economy, despite the crown prince's highly publicized crackdown on many other royals who the prince said abused their power to get rich. Indeed, Airbus decided to go into the business with the king's family despite its reservation over the blurry distinction between private and public financial interests, according to people familiar with the matter. The concerned prince, seeking more financial independence, scraped together about $100,000 to invest in Saudi stocks, he has said. Prince Mohammed kept trading through college and law school. Through the early 2010s, as his father moved up the royal ranks, he was appointed to a series of government positions. During that time, Prince Mohammed made billions of Saudi riyals, hundreds of millions of dollars on the Saudi stock market, he has told several people interviewed by the journal. Prince Mohammed also branched into business. Saudi corporate records as of 2017 show he owned stake in at least 5 real estate development companies, as well as a recycling firm. He is also a 20% owner of Watan Industrial Investment Co. Limited, a chemical producer that supplies state-controlled firms including Aramco, the government's oil company, the documents show. A company called Tharawat has emerged as a key player in the business activities of Prince Mohammed's family. According to Saudi corporate filings, one of his younger brothers, Turki bin Salman, owned 99% of the investment firm as of May 2017, while another brother, Naif, owned the remaining 1%. Prince Turki has since brought his brother's stake, according to Amr al-Salham, Tharawat's CEO. In practice, Prince Mohammed controls and benefits from Tharawat's business, says several people familiar with their dealings, including 2 who have discussed the firm with him. Mr. Salham disputed that, saying, "At no time was HRH Prince Mohammed bin Salman a shareholder or a beneficiary of the company." Tharawat has had interests in fish farms, real estate, tech services, agricultural, commodity trading, and restaurants. It owns an office park in Riyadh. An investment vehicle Tharawat owns, Nasdaq Holding, says on its website that it's investing in construction to take advantage of the government's 10th development plan, including investments worth $358.2 billion in real estate. Then in January of 2015, King Abdullah died, and the original Saudi Airbus plane deal stalled. Soon after Salman took the throne, Saudi officials told Airbus they had a new plan, say people familiar with the deal. Rather than selling the jets to the Saudi government, Airbus would sell them to ALIF, the fund connected to the bin Salman family, which would in turn rent the planes to Saudi. People involved in the process say Saudi didn't solicit competitive bids from leasing companies and rebuffed the advances of companies seeking to offer competitive rates before choosing ALIF to do the deal. In response to questions about the deal, Saudi Vice Prince Abdulrahman Al Tayeb said in an email that the aircraft acquisition transaction was in accordance with Saudi's internal procedures, which included a review of the lease price to ensure its competitiveness against the market benchmark, as well as aircraft delivery schedule being in line with Saudi's requirements related to its fleet plan. At the time of the deal, some Airbus executives had reservations. Airbus faced investigations into potential corruption overseas by Western law enforcement, including a probe by the UK's Serious Fraud Office into possible bribery by an Airbus subsidiary in Saudi Arabia. When I saw Turkey was taking over, it kind of brought cold water on all our excitement about the fund, says a person involved. Ultimately, this person said Airbus relented. It was one of the biggest plane deals of the year. Plus, a person involved with the discussion said Airbus officials decided, "We don't want to prevent the son of the king doing business." Others with a stake in the deal were thrilled by the involvement of a Saudi prince. "We took it as a good thing that there were people with deep pockets and political connections that we thought would make this transaction happen," says one of those people who says he considered the prince's involvement a good risk mitigator for investors. Some Saudi officials were left scratching their heads. Within the government and airline, says one official, everyone thought it makes more sense for the PIF to finance the deal since buying 50 planes at once would net Saudi a huge discount. Under the lease deal, Saudi wouldn't get the benefit of that discount. Deal documents the journal reviewed the interviews with people involved in the deal detail a convoluted chain of transactions that ends up benefiting Tharawat, the bin Salman company. As one government official put it, at the end it went to Tharawat, who got others to finance it and made huge profits without risking any of their money. The bank Tharawat co-owns and where Turkey bin Salman was appointed chairman. Quantum arranged funding from investors and banks for buying planes, receiving a payment for each equity investment and tranche of debts raised. People familiar with the arrangement say the ALIF fund raised about $4 billion as of 2017, according to IAFC's website. IAFC, which manages ALIF, has a potentially big upside left. It stands to get a big chunk of the deal's profit, even though it doesn't have any equity on the fund. Deal documents show IAFC gets 35% of profits above 7% return on investment and 50% of profits above 10%. That is very high, says Aldo Giovannitti, who previously researched aviation investments for the World Bank. He says a standard rate would be about 10% to 20%. Mr. Selim, the Tharawat CEO, said neither Quantum nor Turkey bin Salman is a shareholder of IAFC, which is registered in the Cayman Islands and doesn't disclose its ownership. However, IAFC's operations are intermingled with the banks. Quantum's chief executive is also managing partner of IAFC, and IAFC and Quantum share staff. A person involved in structuring the deal defended the fund's high projected returns and said the lease rate shouldn't be compared with other airplane leasing deals. There are few comparable arrangements, this person said, since it involved many planes and an Islamic finance component that could result in an airplane paying higher lease rates. Prince Mohammed finalized the deal during a 2015 visit to France, says a Saudi official with knowledge of the transaction. Not long after, at a gathering in a Saudi palace, the Crown Prince took credit for the transaction, according to a person who was present. Thank you for watching, and please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and enable post alerts to view more of our future videos. After saying that, keep watching our videos, and I'll speak with you in the next one.